being a second generation Samoan living in New Zealand, hip hop definitely is, it is the culture we've adopted. More importantly, it's more of the voice that it has given us, rather than the culture, because people talk about hip hop like it's some giant living in the hillside, coming down to visit the townspeople. I think hip hop is the people, and so wherever the people are at is where hip hop is going. It's very big in New Zealand because hip hop has been big everywhere in the whole world. Like, it's a proven kind of formula thing that's started off in America, it's moved all the way around the world, and it had nowhere else to go but through the South Pacific. And so I feel like we are the evolution, we are the final movement, and being a late developing country, like we're back where America was in the 80s when hip hop was just taking off. But we're lucky enough, because we're so isolated from the rest of the world, that we can actually look in from an outside perspective. And so we've lived through Tupac and Biggie. We've lived through all the bullshit that's happened with hip hop, and we've learned from that. And so what we're doing with hip hop is, okay, we've witnessed that, we're not going to go that way. And so you'll find New Zealand hip hop, to a certain degree, is a very community-based thing, because we've lived through that and we've learned that lesson. And so our hip hop is very healthy because we don't want it to go that way. And so peace, love and unity is definitely a big part of who we are as people, as well as keeping it within the hip hop culture. That was my escape from reality. It was my escape from my city, which didn't really have a voice for me as a young Polynesian teenager. I didn't realize that hip hop was 4 elements. I thought rap was one thing. I thought breakdancing was one thing. I thought graph was just something totally different, and it wasn't until I got educated by Antsman, Haim, Richie, Ali, who are my boys, that hip hop was actually 4 elements, and that it was a whole new world to me. It's a D style, and at this time I was doing my rap thing, but there was a theatre company called Pacific Underground, whom my cousin Oscar Kitely was a part of, and they were like one of the only avenues for young Polynesians, to do something. It was a theatre company, and so Oscar invited me along to help write some plays, give me something to do, because I was kind of at a crucial point in my life where I was either going to go one way or the other, like either going to get caught up in a lot of bullshit or do something positive. And so I was writing plays and I was doing my writing rhymes, and I would write. I was really well known for just writing all the time. And one day Oscar said to me, "You should be called the Scribe because you write all the time." And from that day it stuck. Well, the first time I heard of Chris Graham, I was watching TV, and this video clip came on for a group called Trinity Roots, and the song was called Little Things. And I watched this video and I was just amazed. And to this day, it is my favorite New Zealand video of all time. And it just impressed me so much that when I finally got an opportunity to release a video, which was for Remember, one of the first songs I ever wrote, Chris Graham was top of the list, and we were very lucky that he liked what we were doing, and he wanted to work with us too. And because we didn't have a big budget, so like he had to want to work with us, and so we were lucky that he did. And yeah, very blessed that Chris Graham came on board, and from that first project back in 2002, it was inevitable that he was going to be the only director that I wanted to direct my stuff. And so P Money had just won his first New Zealand title as ITF champion. So he was like the new kid that everybody should be watching out for. And so it was just natural, like, let's bring this guy down. And so we brought him down for some shows in Christchurch and Dunedin with my man DJ Sham. And he was impressed with my rhymes. I was impressed with his DJing skills, but more importantly, he actually made beats, and I was listening to the beats in the car, and at that time we were rapping to American 12 inches instrumentals like Wu-Tang and whatever, and so it was like I jumped on the opportunity that there was actually a New Zealand producer that was really good, and so me and Pete, respecting each other's work, we kind of just hit it off straight away. B-boying was my introduction to hip-hop, because as a young teenager, not before I was a teenager, whatever those years are, when I was about 9, Beat Street came onto the movies, and my older brother took me to it, and after that we used to tie strings to broomsticks and do that whole tuba ozone thing. But yeah, I've always loved all elements of hip hop. Like, I guess hip hop has always been about keeping it real or whatever, and so that's keeping it real to us. Like, we definitely incorporate our culture into what we're doing, even though our youth generation, myself included, is a very Americanized generation. Like, with the food we eat, with the movies we watch, with the music we listen to, with the way we dress. But at the same time, we are definitely know our own culture, you know, our own Samoan roots, our own native tongue, and so we kind of, because I believe we're the evolution, we have definitely mixed it and taken it as our own and given it, you know, its own like little twist on the genre that come from America. So we definitely incorporate our own cultural identity into this new culture that we have adopted. And so I really hope that in 10 years, with what we're doing, if I have anything to say about it, that it will be still, like, definitely brothers and sisters will be making money off it and getting good livings, but definitely keeping the traditional values of hip hop. And I know that's really hard thing to do, because it seems almost impossible with kind of like the commercial kind of grasp that they have on hip hop. But I think it either go either way. I definitely think hip hop could be the revolution of the people. I think that you know, it's always been the communication between us.
Yeah, it's the Crusader. I don't think y'all ready. I thought I told y'all. We cannot stop now. New Zealand hip hop, stand the fuck up. We got it locked down. I'm ready to rock, ready to roll. I am ready to go. Y'all ready to blow? Just let me know, y'all. And I'ma be there to blow like C4. Got plans to take over Japan like a D4. And like P-Money told me at the top, it's hella lonely.